ACAM is back.
Welcome back. So with the school year coming to a close, children, your children, are about to have a lot more free time, and you're probably thinking, what am I going to do with all this free time in my children? So joining us live this morning is Micheal Klinker, who's here to chat about ways to keep your children busy for the next several months. Micheal, good morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming in. You are a wealth of knowledge, and you always bring such great resources.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. As we kind of think about summer, I know a lot of us parents are thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? What's the first thing we need on the list we need to tackle?
Set clear expectations. If you want your kids to get outside in the morning or evenings and exercise, you have to let them know that's a thing. If you want them to be reading books, you have to let them know that's a thing. You can't just pop it on them first day of summer and be like, okay, now you know, what book are you going to read? And like, what's going to happen there? You have to let them know beforehand so the kids know the expectations. And also, you need to have a plan in place for what you want out of them.
So I'm a working mom, so I'm not there in the morning when they get up.
Right.
How do we keep them on track if I'm not home? What's a great idea?
So I encourage, like, still have a routine, still have a wake-up time, still have a bedtime, because if not, especially teenagers, they'll go full nocturnal. Like,
Thank you.
they'll just be
Thank you. It doesn't need to be summer for them to do that.
Exactly. That's completely valid, absolutely. And so you can still have expectations around, I expect you to be out of bed by 11 o'clock. And so text me when you're out of bed, send me a selfie, lets me know you're down in the kitchen. So, or you can communicate with them too. You can text them, you can FaceTime them. You don't have to be at home to make those things still happen, whatever you want that wake-up time to be.
I didn't even think about that, but I do, when I'm here at work around 6 a.m., I usually call my kids to make sure they're up, and I FaceTime with my daughter.
Yep.
And I'm like, hey, honey, how's it going? So she's brushing her teeth, and I'm getting ready for work.
Great idea.
And, that actually is a great idea. Okay, let's talk about devices.
Yes.
Limiting the use of those during those summer months.
So you can do that creatively. And so there may be a baseline of hours. Lots of times it'll be like 2 or 3 hours. Okay, you can be on your device for 2 or 3 hours. You can also make it so they have to earn their time. And so if you want your kids to be doing chores, cool. You get 30 minutes of screen time for every chore that you do.
Oh, I love that.
If you want them outside and want them to be doing something, I know summer's hot, but again, mornings or evenings are totally viable. So if you get outside, you go for a walk, you go to the gym.
Take the dogs for a walk.
Take the dogs for a walk. Any of those things, you can earn your screen time by doing those things. And so the kids then have control. If they do what they're supposed to, they get their extra screen time. If they don't, then they don't.
So maybe they do the outside activities in those morning and evening hours, and during the hottest part of the day, maybe that's when they can enjoy that screen
They can be inside, that's fine. They can be gaming with their friends.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on, as we kind of move on in, what's an appropriate wake-up time, and how much sleep do our kids really need to be? I actually was listening to a podcast talking about dopamine and how it increases when we're sleeping, and it's an important tool for overall health. I know for grown-ups it's important, but what about for children? So
for younger kids, it's around like 8 to 9 hours.
Okay.
And so those are the elementary school, even to like the tween years. That's what we're looking for. Teenagers, we're like 10 hours, 11 hours. Absolutely. The research is very clear. And especially they're so sleep deprived coming out of their school schedules, busy extracurricular activities, those sort of things. And so if they can get like 12 hours or even more over the summer, that's okay. Let them catch up.
Yeah, so don't even bother your kid when they're sleeping.
Yeah, oh my gosh, for sure.
Right. Okay, Micheal, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Celeste.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Great resources. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.